Salamander dude, SaiyanSalamander here, and welcome to my first bonus video of December. In case you missed the update video that I hopefully made by now, instead of uploading a recorded video once a week, I'll be uploading twice a week for the whole month. This time, as the year's coming to a close, I want to talk about Faye again, and let you know what I would personally like to see from Faye in 2021. Now, I'm recording this video all the way back in October, so who knows, maybe some of these features have already been added. Something I want most from Faye currently is more ways to boost the power of older gen units. So it's something I'll be talking about frequently throughout this video when I'm talking about what I want to see from the game. And a few of the units that I think that need the most work in the game currently is the Asuka trio. Considering they're the main characters, I thought by now they'd have an evolved weapon like Blazing Durandal, or at least have a legendary ult. And to be honest, I'd be super down for them to get some evolved weapons. After all, I've been remaking all of their weapons in my Re-Finery series, which you should totally check out by the way. But mainly, I just want them to be able to merge like every other hero in the game. I don't think it'd be too hard to implement either, just treat them like a former unit so you can't merge the original unit into the Grail summons, but you can merge the Grail summons into the original unit. Next up on the list is something that's kind of already in the game, but I want it to be expanded upon a lot more. And that feature is exclusive skills or uninheritable skills. We already have some skills that can't be inherited to other units, but what if we develop that feature even further? What I'm thinking of is what if uninheritable skills can be learnt by ults of the same unit in order to buff up some of the older gen units? Like how New Year's Alphonse and Lif have Open to the Future, what if the original Alphonse could learn that skill? Or if the original Hector could learn Ostian Counter? I know these skills are supposed to be uninheritable, but I don't see the problem with units sharing skills with other variations of themselves. I'm sure some units would get a massive buff from being able to get some new skills like these, and make them a lot more viable as well. Hey, maybe if they could transfer some more exclusive skills from the other Fire Emblem games, like giving Felicia Devoted Partner, or Advocate to Hilda. They could even make some brand new exclusive skills and slowly release them alongside new refines with every update. I know I said a lot of my wishlist would just be me wanting new ways to buff up older gen units, but this is the last one to do with buffing up old units, I promise. Number 4 on my Faye 2021 list is BST upgrades. One of the main reasons the older gen units can't compete with new ones, aside from a lot of them getting insanely good new preferred skills and weapons, is that their stats are a lot more inflated. Take an old unit like Adult Tiki compared to a newer unit like Ina for example. Tiki has a whopping 19 less BST than Ina, and with Tiki having a preferred weapon, I'm sure Tiki would be a lot better of a unit if she just had some extra stats. And I think there's a few good ways to do this. They could simply just raise the stats of all the older gen units so that their BST is equivalent or slightly lower to the newer units. Or they could maybe release a new item that can increase the BST of an old gen unit. This would be interesting since maybe you could add a bit of customization to a unit by having the player being able to distribute the extra BST points however they please, in order to further differentiate how different players build the same character. There could be some limitations on it, like having a limit on how many points you can put into one stat, or not being able to make the lowest stat go higher than the highest stat or something like that. But it'd just be great to see, and it would really make a lot of the older units viable again. So to begin with, I was only going to make this video my top 5 hopes for Faye in 2021, but after almost finishing scripting the video, I realised I was missing something huge that I really wanted to happen in Faye soon. My third biggest hope for Faye is to finally see some 5-star units demote into the summoning pool. I don't understand why IS keeps taking older 5-star units out of the summoning pool instead of just demoting them to 3-star 4-star units, or even just 4-star 5-star units. Hell, I'd be fine with them only being available at 4-star rarity. It'd be better than only being able to summon them on random weekly revivers banners at least. There's just so many old gen 5-star units that I'd love to build up and merge, but it's so incredibly hard to summon them these days. I'm already at a +5 Jenny and +6 Brave Ike, so I'd love to be able to summon those heroes a bit easier. And I've always wanted to make characters like Tana, Hector, Raja, and Young Tiki my newest merge project, but there's no point because of how hard they are to summon. There's so many old Gen 1 and Gen 2 5-star units that have been long since power crept, and they don't really deserve to be 5-star exclusives anymore. Even old powerhouses like Hector and Takumi just aren't really that great anymore, and a lot of other units just do the job better. So please, even if it's just a few of the old Gen 1 units this time around, just please demote some 5-star units I guess. Preferably at least one of the characters I mentioned earlier so I can finally make them a +10 merge project. Something I always love in Faye is when a new weapon type is added. So far we've had the additions of colourless dragons, coloured bows and daggers, beast units, and most recently colourless mages. And next year I'd really like them to add a new weapon type to the mix. And after the release of Free Houses, I know just a weapon to add it to heroes: Gauntlets. In Free Houses, Gauntlets are close range weapons that always double, and can even hit 4 times if you outspeed the enemy by enough points. This basically means that all Gauntlets have an inbuilt Brave weapon effect, which makes them insanely good already, since that's just a weapon type inbuilt effect. like Dagger's smoke skills, or Beast Unit's movement specific skills. So on top of having a Brave effect, Gauntlet weapons could have a bunch of other skills, like push skills, distant counter, wrath. The possibilities are endless. I'm sure we'd get units like Casper and Raphael from Three Houses as Gauntlet users, but I'm curious to see which other characters they'd give a weapon to as well. I could see them mainly giving gauntlets to units from the fighter class like Fight from Awakening or Charlotte's from Fates, which I would definitely be down for, since I've honestly been waiting for her to be added since the game, ever since her bridal ult was added in year 1 of Fae. As well as gauntlets, I know this would be a controversial choice, but I'd be down to see guns added as a weapon type too. Dragalia Lost just added them recently as mana casters, launching concentrated mana blasts instead of bullets. Maybe Fae could do something similar and have a weapon that shoots concentrated magic blasts or something like that. The summoner's weapon is basically dual pistols, so maybe we could start off the weapon class by adding a legendary summon to the game as a playable unit. For my final most wanted feature in Fire Emblem Heroes, it's something I've been dying to see in Fae for years, and that is crossover banners, summoning heroes from other worlds outside of the Fire Emblem universe. The whole concept of Fae is summoning heroes from other worlds, so why can't we summon units from worlds outside of Fire Emblem? We've already had Fire Emblem appear in Dragalia Lost, so I'd love to see the reverse of this happen, and have Dragalia Lost units appear in Fae too. I want this feature so much that I actually have an entire series dedicated to crossover banners, called Outrealm Heroes. It's a series where I theorycraft what characters from other series like Dragalia Lost, My Hero Academia, and Avatar would like added to units in Fae. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please check out the playlist and let me know in the comment section on what series you'd love to see crossover with Fae in the future. I feel like crossover banners would be something that the community would be very split upon. I can see a lot of people being super excited to see the roster of characters expanded upon, and being able to see how many characters from other series interact with the Fae cast. But then, at the same time, I could also see some people not liking the feature, and thinking that Fire Emblem Heroes should just stick to characters from the Fire Emblem series. But personally, I'd just love to have even more of my favourite characters in my favourite gacha game. And with that, I think that's just about covers everything for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please consider liking the video and maybe subscribing to the channel too. I also do a bunch of live playthroughs over on Twitch. You may have seen a couple of the VODs which I cut up and upload on YouTube. But if you want to see any of the series live, then feel free to follow the link in the description and check out one of my streams, and follow me over there if you're enjoying the content. Huge thanks to my friend Connor for editing this video for me. He's been helping me with the bonus videos for this month, and without him I doubt I'd have time to make 2 recorded videos a week like this. So definitely check out his Twitter in the description below. Like I said, throughout this month I'll be doing double weekly uploads for recorded content like this, so look forward to the start of a brand new series tomorrow at 8 PM. It's something I've started doing on Discord a while back, but I always have plans to move it onto YouTube one day, so I really hope you enjoy it. Until next time my dudes, bye!